Hi, I'm Dr. Rob, and I have a lot of people stop by my office and they ask a relationship advice. And so I just put that out on Facebook and I just said, hey, if you have any questions that you'd like me to address, then go ahead and send them in. And so a few people sent them in, and today I'm going to address one of the questions that was given to me. So, Jesse, you want to read it?
Sure. Nancy said, so glad you asked about relationship questions. I have one I bet many can relate to. In our busy lives, working full time, household and family responsibilities, church participation, and juggling schedules with everyone else in the family, we are spread so thin. Can you give suggestions of how we can give loved ones enough quality time and meaningful connection one on one? I constantly feel like I'm falling short with the people who are most important.
All right, awesome question, Nancy. So, I have in the past, I've had a struggle in this area, and it's been quite a journey getting to the point where I am now. But I am a person that is like high energy. I really like to stay motivated all the time. I get bored easily. I like to have lots of stuff going on. I like accomplishments, and so I'm always working on something, some type of accomplishment. If you just imagine like this whole table just filled with all these things that you're going to build your life with, all these building blocks. So what you need to do first of all is separate and say, okay, what is going to be eternal and what is only going to last in this life. And so everything that's going to only in be in this life, it's going to pass away. That becomes secondary. Not that those things are bad, but that becomes secondary. And so then you focus all of your attention whenever you're first laying that foundation on things that are going to last in eternity. And then you take your family, and those become the foundation. That becomes the middle, the most important thing that the focus is on. And because that's going to last forever. And so then you start building your life with putting things around your family, not saying, okay, well, I'm going to fit my family in with the rest of my life. You make that family that middle part, and then you start building, okay, my education, okay, my church life, my ministry, all these things will be in view of my family. And so then you might bring some other things in. Of course, anything that's bad building material, you want to toss that out. Anything that, that is not healthy, that God doesn't like, you want to take that out, because that's eventually going to weigh down and crack your foundation if you leave that in there. So you toss that out, and then you build your life with that in mind. People come and ask me, well, should I go back to school? Here, you just got your PhD, and you're a pastor's wife, and you're a full-time director of a preschool, and you're a mom, and all these things. You can do it, so can I do it? The thing is that I feel very strongly that God wanted me to do that, and I knew that it was not going to hurt my children for me to do that, because I made decisions. I said, I will only be gone 2 evenings in a week. One of the evenings, my kids were going to children's church. The other evening was one evening a week that I was not with them. My job allowed me, everything that I was learning about was for my job, so they allowed me to do a lot of my work here. And then my children would go to school here, and so basically we had a lot of time, because we commute back and forth. We had a lot of time, and so I was able to do these things because a lot of things in my life had aligned. Whenever people come and ask me that, and they have small children that are very dependent upon them, I'm very, I tell them to be very cautious. I'm very hesitant about encouraging them to finish their degree or their education program, or take on a lot of projects during that time, because it's an important time in their family's life. Well, I came to a point in my life where I just had crisis hit, and I had people that I really loved and really cared for and was really, working closely with, that that betrayed me and let me down. And so I was at a very low point in my life, and I just wanted just to crawl into a hole and to never come out. I just felt like a dead dog. I just wanted just to lay down and never wake up again. And so I went into my home, into my house, and I just stayed there. And I started to really take a lot of time to evaluate my life, and I had a lot of time to think. and I had a lot of time to spend with my family and in my home. Well, before, my home was a crash pad. It was just, you run in, you change clothes, you go to the next thing. The home wasn't the place that it needed to be. And I started looking around, and I started just, saying, well, I'm here. I might as well do some things to change our lives at home. And the Lord spoke to me, and He said, if you will rule well over a few things, I'll make you rule over many. Because, I don't like to do housework. I don't like to stay home and clean. I don't like to do a bunch of stuff that nobody's going to see. I mean, I like to be out in the mix, out in the big world and doing lots of fun stuff. And that didn't sound like fun to me. But I just said, you know what, I'm going to settle down and I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to make my home a very great place to be for me and my family. And so I just stayed there, and I let my family heal me, and I let them minister to me, and the home became a really, really precious place. And so that's when I started doing all the organizing and just doing a lot of things at home. And I started making every decision. I rearranged my life at that time, and I made every decision based on the good of my family. Before, I was like, well, my family will just come along, we'll fit them in somehow. We'll fit in time with each other somehow. But I changed my whole point of view. Once I got my priorities straight, and I started making good decisions as to what I was going to do with my time, where I'm at, how I'm spending my time, then I just realized that the state of motherhood is constant guilt. You're always guilty about that you're here, you should be there, you're giving time to this, you should be giving time to this. There's in life, there are just constantly things that you should be doing that you're not doing, even if you're doing something good. And I just said, you know what? I refuse to live my life in guilt all the time. I'm going to make the best decision I can, and then while I'm there, whatever I'm doing, I'm going to just be there. I'm not going to be thinking about what else I could be doing, what else I should be doing. I'm going to be there in the moment. I'm going to enjoy every moment that I'm there. I'm going to enjoy the people I'm with. I'm going to actually be with them, actually attend to them. If I'm with my kids, I'm going to actually be with them, actually look at them, talk to them, just be there in the moment. And that is what just helps me to have a fuller life. It's a richer life, because I'm not constantly thinking about everything else that I should be doing. I'm making good decisions, and I'm sticking with it, and I'm enjoying life. So my husband calls me the 24-hour, 7-day-a-week Pentecostal party girl, and I like to have fun. This is my life. My life isn't coming. My life is not the past. I'm living my life right now, and I'm going to live it for all it's worth. So that's my advice to you.